On the Ringside Report Network. It is Wednesday, September 1st. CM Punk gets physical. Anna Jay is back. And the Super Elite reign supreme. Okay. What are you doing? What is going on behind me? What is happening?
What?
Hey! What?
Oh.
Johnny North.
Glad you guys are in good moods. That's always a positive, I guess.
What's wrong with a good mood?
Nothing's wrong with a good mood. It's just just saw some disturbing news about I don't know if you remember the former wrestler Daphne.
Joe Rogan?
Daphne, yeah, I remember Daphne.
Aw, jeez. John, what
WCW.
happened? Why are you starting to...
ECW too?
We were...
No? Or TNA?
Wasn't
I
she
think
in Impact
WCW.
for a
I
while?
don't know so much for these.
TNA?
Okay,
Yeah, I think
what-
Impact TNA. Yeah,
It's like a zombie witch character thing?
What happened?
yeah.
Is she
She
it?
posted a very disturbing video on Instagram today,
Oh.
and a lot of people are worried right now. Apparently, so
Oh.
thoughts and
nothing's-
prayers right now.
Nothing's actually happened to her. She's just like maybe not doing
She's
well.
in a bad place.
Well, there's a lot of worried people right now. Mick Foley tweeted out he's very worried. So
Well, Mick Foley's involved in that. You know, he donates a lot of his time to
people and
suicide
things.
hotlines.
But
Well, thank you, John.
why
Great way
you
to
gotta
kick
start
it
us
off.
off? A lot of people don't even know who Daphne is. No disrespect and everything. I hope Daphne's okay. We know who she is. We're aware of her. But you got to start us off on a bummer. We just watched the Dynamite. We just watched the Super Elite reign supreme, laying a beat down on Christian Cage, on the Jungle Boy, on Luchasaurus, on all the guys. Vicious beatdown on the Lucha Brothers, all the Luchas. Everybody took a fall tonight, and the Super Elite were beating everybody up. Very reminiscent of old school WCW Nitro finishes when the NWO just beat everybody down. I was waiting for the spray paint to come out. Kenny, Hulk Hogan, Omega, reigning supreme. You got Kevin Nash and Scott Hall Buck just kicking ass. And then you got the other guys, you know, the Virgils, the Brandon Cutlers, the Nakazawa Virgil. You know, fantastic
Virgils.
group. Big Buff Bagwell, LG, and who would Carl Anderson be in NWO?
Scott Norton?
Yeah, Scott Norton, baby. Hell of an NWO finish tonight. I liked it. I liked the finish. The rest of the show was all right. The finish was cool, though.
I was a fan of the first hour. I thought by the second it was starting to cool off a bit. And the main event was okay. To me, that's not really great way to end it towards a pay-per-view, but wow, the heels have all the advantage now, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. Usually the babyface looks hot going into the pay-per-view, and I don't see the Bucks, I see them retaining, so it's interesting they look so strong,
It was
both winning
weird.
their match and also having a very long post-match beatdown. It makes you feel like it's going to go the other way, but I also don't see it going that way.
No. I think this is just, heels. Being heels, crushing it, continuous. It's just to get heat. It's just heat. Heat going into the pay-per-view. I think that's what it is. I just want to give a shout-out to everybody in the chat. I'm seeing Brian Firth. He knows who Daphne is. Of course, we're hoping Daphne's all right. I mean, I didn't want to, neglect any of the Daphne news, but Johnny North just loves to start the show off on a bummer for some reason. We're in a good mood. You're like, oh, you're in a good mood. Here's a way to put you in a bad mood.
Wasn't Daphne
He's trying to do that to us.
involved?
Look at him. He's laughing.
No,
See, that's his
didn't-
plan.
I didn't try. It just, unfortunate things happen,
Wasn't
This is
she
breaking
a part
news.
of one of those Matt Hardy matches? The one that was with a six-man with Crazy Steve. Wasn't Daphne?
Was that Daphne?
Wasn't that Daphne?
With Abyss?
Crazy
I
Steve?
feel you're right.
I think it was
Yeah, I
Daphne.
think you're right.
And Jeff was Willow at one point.
No, she's very talented.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was a good
saying,
match.
I just hope
good
she's
match.
all right. But John, we're in a bad mood, and he's like, here's some bummer news. Daphne posted a video on Instagram where it seems like she's not doing so well. I mean,
All right, though.
all right. A shout out to Franco 316. Shout out to Doug Hepburn. Shout out to Angelo Contagones. He did request. He said, "What's up, guys? The Simon brothers are together again tonight." That's right, Angelo. You requested it. You did request it on Monday night when we were together. Because I'm going on vacation. I won't be here for All Out. I won't be here next week. Taking a bit of a vacation. So Angelo wanted some super shows before we left for a little bit of a break. So here's a super show for you. You get Johnny North and me and this guy. This guy's usually with me on Mondays. Usually on Wednesdays it's just me and Johnny. And now it's all three of us. Okay? Crossover.
Worlds
Sean.
collide.
Deal with it, Johnny. Both of us are here tonight. You got to deal with two of us tonight, Johnny.
Coming for you, Johnny.
Well, I'm here. I know you guys won't be here Sunday, so it's fine. I'll survive.
You will survive. Young Bucks and the Good Brothers beat the Lucha Brothers and the Jurassic Express via pinfall tonight in the main event. The big Meltzer drive on Phoenix. Just going to raise your levels. I think you're not talking loud enough.
All right.
Give me again.
How are we doing?
I think that's better.
All right, then.
I just said
I hear him fine.
Yeah, but it's just not loud enough.
Big Meltzer driver.
Yeah, on Ray Phoenix. I thought that match was good. I thought that was the match of the night. I know Johnny has some other impressions from the show tonight, but as far as I'm concerned, that was my favorite match. And then Kenny Omega coming out with Nakazawa to do the super elite beatdown on all the baby faces. Good Brother hit a magic killer on Luchasaurus through a table. Kenny gets in Jungle Boy's face, which draws Christian out, but it's a trap. They beat Christian down. They handcuff the Lucha Brothers to the ring ropes. They lower the AEW steel cage around them. You have a bunch of baby faces come out, try to make the save. Frankie Kazarian, Dante Martin, Orange Cassidy, Marco Stunt. They're all trying to climb the cage, but they're getting hit with kendo sticks, so they can't climb up. Brandon Cutler's in there spraying Marco Stunt with the cold spray in the face, dropping him down from the cage. I was hoping Marco Stunt would take a bump there off the cage, but no dice on that. And then they just beat them up. Super kick on the Lucha Brothers. Just total beatdown, and Kenny just cutting promos on Christian, laughing at him the whole time, hitting a BTE trigger. I liked it.
He was still talking as they went off the air.
Yeah.
He just kept going.
It was a good beatdown.
I love that Nakazawa is dressed like a production crew member. So, like, when he's participating in the beatdown, he's got the headset and the shirt and the lanyard. It looks like one of, like, the guys from, like, the ring crew, just like, you know what, I want to get some shots in.
He wrestles like that.
It's fantastic.
That's his gear.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's interesting that Christian would just take the beat, and that's all he did tonight. That was kind of shocking. Like, that's your main event where just Christian comes out, gets beat. More than likely he's losing on the pay-per-view, too, so... A little surprising that's all they do for him. You thought he'd do a promo at least or something, but nope.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a promo on Friday though, right? There's still another TV show before the pay-per-view. But I thought it was good. I thought it got a lot of heat on Kenny and the Bucks. You're trying to make them heels, and you know, a lot of people like them. They're going to get cheered by a lot of these fans. So it's just more heat. It's good stuff. It's just a beatdown, and then going into the pay-per-view, I don't expect any of these guys to lose. I expect Kenny to retain the AEW title against Christian, and I expect the Bucks to retain the tag team titles against the Lucha Brothers. I am looking forward to that cage match, though, and I thought the cage that they lowered tonight was very cool. I like the cage. I like the look of the cage. It was a very tall cage. It seems, you know, bigger, like height-wise than the cage that WWE uses. I'm not too sure how high it is, but it looks... You know, maybe WWE does a 15-foot. This one looks about 20 feet. I'm not too sure, but it looked big and tall. Looks like the bumps that you're going to have to take off of it are going to be, you know, serious. I expect, you know, a Lucha Brother to go off the top of the cage into the inside the ring to do some sort of dive on the Bucks or something. There's going to be some big stuff happening, and they have, you know, nice scaffolding on the side of the cage that you can climb up. There seem to be a lot of options for guys to climb in and out of this thing. And then the top of the cage has that same scaffolding where it seems like you can really get a good foothold and do some sort of dive from the top of it. It's not like a small little space. It seems like even some of the bigger guys in AEW, if they so choose, could go up to the top of that cage, do a jump with no problem. It looks like a really nicely built cage, and this is the first time that we've seen the AEW steel cage. They had that double cage thing for the Blood and Guts Pinnacle versus Jericho's group there, the Inner Circle match, but we haven't seen a single steel cage around one ring, and that's what they revealed tonight at the end of the show, which I thought added something to the end of the show as well. I really like that. I thought that was cool. I think AEW's done a really good job with their cage. I mean, we'll see how it holds up in actual professional wrestling, but it looks really solid, and it looks like, you got some options. You saw Marco Stunt kind of climbing up and then climbing down. I was disappointed how he kind of took that. He takes a cold spray. He climbs all the way up to the cage, takes a cold spray, and just kind of like hobbles back down the cage. I was really thinking, Marco Stunt, I mean, your name, you got Stunt in your name. I mean, you go up to the top of a cage, fall off the damn thing, but he didn't.
Jungle Boy took a pretty nasty fall. It looked like it landed on his face.
Yeah, Jungle Boy took a worse fall.
He wrestled tonight.
Yeah. It's nice. I thought the cage was good. John, you like the cage? What do you think?
Well, I think the match will be pretty good. It'll be one of the matches to look forward to on Sunday, without question. But this is like, I think, the second time they used this cage before, because I think it's the same cage they used when they had Cody. I think Cody had a cage match before.
He did?
MJF?
No, with Wardlow, I think.
Oh, yeah, on like Dynamite. Didn't he have to beat Wardlow in a cage to face MJF to get the match or something? You always have to beat somebody else to wrestle MJF. Mm-hmm. What's up with that?
It was something like that. Yeah, it was one of his
mini
late
bosses.
Like how Jericho. Yeah,
you're right. I was thinking it was the first time we've seen the cage, but you're right. They have brought a cage before. It was just so forgettable. And I remember thinking, this is their first cage match. Like, it's a match that Cody's obviously gonna win, and it wasn't very brutal. It wasn't great. So this next one will be better. I'm looking forward to it. Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Yeah, tag team, and two great tag teams, too, that really wrestle very good against each other. Was 2 years ago at All Out when they wrestled each other in Chicago in the Escalera de la Muerte match. And now they're doing it again inside a steel cage for the AEW tag team titles. It's good shit. I like it.
Looking forward to it.
John, that was my match of the night. Was that your match of the night, too?
Mine as well.
John, what was yours?
I think it would have to be the opening match. We talked about it off air. I thought FTR against Santana and Ortiz. That was fantastic, I thought.
Yeah.
Great action, back and forth.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. I didn't understand the finish. They just kind of hit a few moves, and then they hit like a double suplex thing. Is that their finish? The double suplex?
It's one of their finishes.
Okay.
They have a couple of them.
I don't know. The finish wasn't my favorite. It was kind of like, oh, okay. I'm not clear on what their finish is, and I think maybe that's the problem.
And also, it was like the result of like 4 moves in a row.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, okay, this is the one that puts him down. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't love the finish of that match. Santana and Ortiz beating the FTR. I was a little surprised that they beat FTR, too. What's happening with FTR? Are they getting phased out? They going back to WWE? What's going on? It's going to happen at some point.
They won the first.
I mean, you're laughing, but at some point, somebody from AEW is going to go to WWE. They're going to go back, or they're going to go from AEW to WWE, MJF will take the money, do the ultimate heel move. I mean, at some point, somebody from AEW is going to go to WWE.
They won't be treated well, though, at all. They'll be treated like a guy from WCW, but like even worse.
Depends who it is.
I think anybody who makes a jump from AEW to WWE is going to be treated like a clown and put in like dancing segments or get like a cake thrown in their face. Even if they decide to hang a man, I think they'd embarrass him.
I think if Jericho went back, they'd treat him pretty well.
No, I think they'd give him like a fat gimmick.
Maybe.
They'd have Bobby Lashley calling him fat or something. And that'd be it.
That's possible. You might be right.
I think anybody who makes a jump from AEW to WWE is going to be treated like with hostility.
Possibly.
We're paying you, but we're paying you to punish you.
They'll get a good payday out of it.
To be punished.
So who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares, man? It's just a job. At the end of the day, the money's the only thing that's real. Right? How you're booked doesn't really matter.
Depends.
The payday is what really matters.
They saddle you with a catchphrase or something that like people yell at you at every gas station you go to. It wears on you.
Yeah, but if you look in your bank account, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Depends.
At a certain point, the money. That's Zelina Vega. I mean, she took the money, right?
They haven't given her a bad gimmick yet, though.
She hasn't won a match since she's come back.
Yeah.
She's lost everything. And they have other people come out and be like, why are you still here? You keep losing. And they said that when she got fired, it was a vacation. They've said that to her on TV. They're like, oh, you took a vacation. Zelina Vega took the money. She's been shat on TV, and, it is what it is. It's what happened.
Some people take the money, but some people take a lot of comments seriously. So for some of them, it's hard if people are critical of the fact they go back or something.
Yeah, well, some people take the money. Is FTR going? What's going on with FTR? I feel like they've not been booked very strong since they lost to the Bucks. They've been kind of up and down, kind of background characters. I feel like they were brought into AEW to lose to the Bucks, and now they've done that. And they're just still here. I was surprised to see them lose to Santana and Ortiz. I guess they're gearing up Santana and Ortiz to possibly be the next challengers to the Bucks.
Felt like that. Isn't
I
Cash
think
Wheeler hurt?
This is going to continue because the series is tied now. They both have won a match each, so now you're going to get another match. You're going to get the rubber match.
Is it at the pay-per-view? Are they announcing that, or?
Possibly. We've lost a match, so I could see that happen.
Yeah, Cash Wheeler's okay, though, right? From his arm thing? That was just a worked angle where they're saying he might have to retire type of deal. That wasn't real. That's not real. I didn't believe that. People were kind of buying into it, but I was like, it's wrestling, right? It's an angle? I don't believe anything.
Well, he really got hurt, though.
Well, yeah, but...
Did you have a stinger? Or?
It's not... No. It was... he cut his arm on the edge of the ring, and his arm was all bleeding really bad, and they had to end the match really quickly. And I think, they were trying to run it nerve damage, and he might be hurt, and he might not be able to have full use of his arm, and he might have to retire type of thing. But
Dusty Rhodes said that all the time, right? Didn't he always say I might have to retire, baby, but then he'd wrestle again?
It's a thing that works. Yeah, it works.
Builds up sympathy.
But they're heels. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's strange. The FTR and Santana and Ortiz deal. Yeah, so? What does that mean?
Maybe this was just the way of writing them off for now. Who knows? I mean, maybe they're going to have the other match, but they're going to wait and see because this was kind of a tryout to see how he went in this match. Because this is his first match back. I thought he did all right, but who knows how he feels after this.
Yeah, he took the fall, too, I think. He took those moves at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
I don't know, but the thing is, the Bucks have been champions for 470-something days now?
Is it that long, really?
Since last November.
You figure FTR would probably had a run in that time if the Bucks weren't champions for all that time.
Yeah, but it's the Bucks' time. The Bucks are running wild right now.
That's the consequence of that.
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way right now. But it's not that, they're not champions, so, it's just that they're not anything, really.
Well, they were part of the Pinnacle.
Yeah, but
that was a lot of time. They were part of those football matches at one point.
They're back up for MJF.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's
Santana
what it was.
and Ortiz were back up for Jericho, too. They weren't doing too much.
And again, that group is just not mentioned at all. No one's talking about the Pinnacle anymore. Are they still a group? Are they just doing their own thing?
They mentioned them.
Did they?
Yeah, they mentioned them in commentary. This is another battle between the Pinnacle and Inner Circle.
Does MJF come
during
out
that tag match?
Wardlow and stuff? Where's Jake Hager? Where's Sammy
MJF
Guevara?
only did a promo backstage.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen Jake Hager in a while. Right? Where's he been? Is he on Dark or what?
Where's his wife? The beautiful something?
Catalina!
Yeah, Catalina. That was cool.
Well, do you want him to wrestle who? Like Sean Spears? I don't think you really want to see that, so you don't really need him right now. Just have the top guys wrestle from the group, and that's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Hager, Sean Spears, if the alternative is Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans. Did we need to see that tonight?
That wasn't bad. It seemed awkward. That ended during the break, so that was kind of weird.
That was very weird.
Why they end it during the break?
I think something went awry there. I mean, they went in the break when they're on the top rope. Something was off. I don't know what exactly, but something was off in that match.
I think maybe they wanted to establish that, matches could end during the break while you're in picture-in-picture, so you got to pay attention even during commercials. I think they wanted to establish it still being important and also the kind of realness of the thing where a match could end at any point. It's not all fake and pre-produced where the match could end, when the match can only end when the show comes back on real TV. Like,
that is one of our big complaints about WWE TV. Is that whenever they go to commercial break, the wrestlers take a break.
Yeah. And the match will never end on WWE TV during a commercial break, but why not? If it's a match, it should be able to end at any time, and once in a while, it should end during a commercial break. The problem is, we know it's predetermined and everything, but it was fine that it ended during a commercial break. It wasn't that it ended during a commercial break. It's that it happened. I wasn't offended by the match ending the way it did. I was offended by the match taking place. When you got guys like Jake Hager and Shawn Spears that could have easily had that match instead. How come I don't see Miro wrestle ever? Miro, very rarely gets in the ring.
Yeah, I would love to see
I'd
Miro.
like to see Miro just beat somebody up instead of Orange Cassidy and Jack Evans. I'm not interested in that match. Orange won, and then Matt Hardy attacked Orange, and then Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta made the save, and then Matt Hardy's family team came out, and Helico and Private Party and The Blade, they all hit the ring to beat up Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy and Yuta. And then Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, and Jungle Boy came out to help Chuck Taylor and Yuta and Orange. These guys are all over the place.
And well, they're having a match on the buy-in, right? So they kind of set that up.
The Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, they were involved in 2 melees tonight. They were involved in this melee with Matt Hardy's team, and then they were involved with the Super Elite melee at the end of the show. A lot of melees. A lot of big groups fighting each other. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying the Jungle Boy was busy tonight, right? Busy night for the Jungle. And his girlfriend,
theme song twice.
His girlfriend Anna Jay returned as well, so it was a busy night. Busy night for Anna Jay. Anna Jay came back.
Did nothing.
Well, she made the save. She helped her friend Ty Conti, who was getting beat up by Penelope Ford and the Bunny. Ty Conti got the win over Penelope Ford with a roll-up after the Bunny tried to distract the ref but failed. And then Bunny and Ford attacked Conti, and Anna Jay returned to AEW and made the save.
Cool.
I mean, Anna Jay is somebody, she's somebody that people like. She's all right. She's in the Dark Order. I think she was the only member of the Dark Order that was on TV tonight, which kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. No Dark Order.
I'd like to see Colt Cabana on TV.
Johnny Hungy?
I want to see Johnny Hungy on TV. I demand to see Johnny Hungy on TV. I'm sick of watching TV and seeing Wheeler Yuta, and I don't see Johnny Hungy. I see Orange Cassidy. I see Jack Evans. I see Wheeler Yuta, Chuck Taylor, all these guys, the Jungle Boy, and I don't see Johnny Hungy?
The Jungle Boy.
The Jungle Boy. He's the Jungle Boy, as far as I'm concerned. And it's
Jungle Jack.
Wheeler Yuta. Yuta. Who the fuck is Wheeler Yuta? I don't want to see him. I want to see Johnny Hungy. At least we see 2.0. Those guys are hilarious. Big Magic cracks me up every time I see him. But where's Johnny Hungy, man? Why is there no Hungy? Where's Alex Reynolds? Where's 5? Where's 10? Where's Colt?
Where's -1?
I mean, he's in school.
That's true.
He's at school, as he should be. Stay at school, -1.
Where's Stu Grayson?
Where's Grayson? Where's Uno? Where are those guys? Those are the guys I want to see, and they're not on TV, and they're not at All Out. One of the most hot stories going over the past year is the Dark Order, and they are not booked.
Well, Hangman's not around.
Yeah, Hangman's not booked for this pay-per-view, by the way. Not booked, because he had a kid recently, so he's taking time off. Which is fine, but, no Hangman, so no Dark Order at all? There's no Dark Order on this pay-per-view. I think that's a problem. They pushed Dark Order like crazy. They were the only guys on Being the Elite that were entertaining. I saw Johnny Hungy do a little bit of he sang CM Punk's song.
Cult of Personality?
Yeah, at the end of... Can I play this? I think you'll probably just play the audio for you, maybe.
Yeah?
Oh, I wouldn't do that with AEW.
Well, it's on YouTube already, isn't it? Can't I just play BT? Fuck it, I won't.
And also, it's like a song license, I guess.
You guys are fucking too.
We're the legal department.
Yeah, he won't let me fucking
standards and practices
do my thing. They're barring me from playing this clip for you. But just if you
right to censor.
If you watch the latest episode of Being the Elite, you can see Johnny Hungy at the end singing CM Punk song and wondering if he's gonna be the next Exalted One.
Although I'm seeing Johnny Hungy drink some alcohol right now.
And he's wearing a Rancid
Can't
shirt.
drink alcohol if you want to follow CM Punk.
He's getting drunk because Hangman's not around and he's sad. And he's also wondering about CM Punk. He's singing a different, an alternate version with different lyrics of CM Punk's theme song. And he's wondering if Punk might be the next Exalted One.
Rancid.
Yeah, and he's wearing a Rancid t-shirt. And, of course, Punk is a big Rancid fan, and he's friends with the lead singer of Rancid. So, I don't know. Maybe there's going to be something with CM Punk and the Dark Order. I hope, man. I hope Johnny Hungy gets to wrestle CM Punk. I hope Hungy's next on the list of Punk.
Oh, man, that'd be fantastic.
But I don't have my hopes up. Yeah, I'm getting a message here from the production team saying AEW's tough on copyright. Nobody wants me to play the Johnny Hungy audio clip, so I'm not going to play it.
Sorry.
You can go find it yourself. God damn it. Yeah, you guys are the Toby of The Office. You really are.
Oh, Flenderson.
What does Michael Scott say about him? I hate
so much
about the things that you choose to be. That's right. John.
Brings me back.
Classic.
Good stuff.
2006.
Yeah.
Classic.
Stay away from AEW copyrights. Let them play their own songs. Some good songs tonight.
Anyways.
You heard Garzon Boy twice.
I don't care about that.
I'm still Garzon Boy.
Garzon Boy. I'm still mad about Johnny Hungy. Tarzan. Yeah, he knows. And how come CM Punk can't be Colt Cabana's tag team partner? Give me some shit I want to see. Punk and Cabana as a tag team in Chicago would blow the roof off the joint. Like, they make up, they have a reconciliation, they hug, everything's good. Former best friends, they had money and lawyers, and the WWE tear them apart, but now they're in AEW and everything's good again, and they're friends, and Punk's in the Dark Order. Give me that. That's a feel-good story. People want to see that.
They should have a match first. Like, to have that storyline, like, hash that, even if they've mended their relationship backstage or not. But, like, have that storyline, like, promos and stuff.
I think because it's so real, and I think Punk, I don't think he really wants to go into that and explore that as, like, a real story in wrestling. I don't think he wants to go there. I think you just ignore it, and you just have them as a tag team right off the bat. Be like, hey, Colt Cabana. Hey, CM Punk. I need a partner tonight. Or, like, Punk's getting beat up, and who saves him? The Dark Order. And Colt Cabana happens to be there. And then, you know, the Dark Order kind of clears the ring, and they leave Colt and Punk in the ring together. They stare each other down, and then they, you know, hug or shake hands. I think that would be sick.
That could definitely happen.
Punk's getting beat up by a bunch of dudes. Sting is, like, kicking Punk's ass. And then here comes Johnny Hungy, who kicks the shit out of Sting, you know. Colt Cabana gets Darby out of the ring, and then Dark Order leave, and then it's Punk and Cabana in the ring together. And you're like, well, what's going to happen here? They're going to fight? And then they hug and they shake hands? I think that'd be a beautiful story, man.
That's definitely going to happen. Geldof's gonna shit.
I mean, when fucking Punk cut his promo, the pipe bomb promo, he's sitting there on Raw. He goes, "Hi, Colt Cabana."
Classic.
You know, Colt and Punk they're linked together in pro wrestling to the end of time, whether they like it or not. And now that they're in the same company, it's only right that something happens between them. And I don't want to see them feud. I don't want to see the beef. I want to see them friends. I think that would be an angle that a lot of wrestling fans could enjoy, especially those Chicago wrestling fans.
Whoa!
Whoa! Punk and Colt Cabana? Everybody's excited about that one. Hear that sound effect? Everybody's hyped. I'd like to see it. John's not so into it because John doesn't like feel-good stories. I could tell already.
Yeah.
He likes feel-bad stories. Those are his kinds of stories. John likes to watch teen dramas about suicide and stuff. John's a bummer.
Well,
He knows I'm right, too. Look at
Yeah.
him. He knows I'm right. Look at
His
him.
cheeks getting
I-
so.
He's like, "Damn."
You were just watching one today, weren't you, John?
Yeah, he's like, oh, he got me again. Look at him.
It's funny because I was gonna say the friendship is dead. Let it be dead. Like, don't try to bring it back. Just let it die.
Classic John.
Some things deserve to be dead.
Dark and mean. Reconciliation,
Friendship
man.
should be
the
dead.
scythe is remorseless.
No, reconcile, John. Be friends. It's all about peace, man.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Some people don't deserve forgiveness.
Oh. Over legal fees?
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Yeah, over legal fees, definitely. That's huge, man. Man, you sue your best friend? That's rough, man.
Yeah, it was a weird situation, but yeah, I hope that we could see them together on TV. We saw CM Punk get attacked tonight on TV. It was not Colt Cabana making the save. CM Punk cuts a promo in the ring, says he's nervous. He hasn't wrestled in 7 years. He's scared about Sunday. And then Daniel Garcia and 2.0 hit the ring. They attack Punk, which is pretty cool. Two Montreal guys, 2.0, beating up on CM Punk. They had a match with Sting last week, and this week they're in the ring beating up CM Punk in his first physical altercation in AEW. I mean,
huge.
Pretty good for those two guys. Two guys from Montreal kicking major ass. So shout out to those guys. That's pretty awesome. Good for the show. Sting and Darby Allin make the save, helping CM Punk. Punk fights back with some punches, and he hits a GTS on one of them. And, it looked a little shaky. Picked him up, kind of wobbled a bit, didn't quite have him. And it's not a big guy he was picking up there. It makes you wonder about CM Punk and where he's at right now physically. He hasn't wrestled in 7 years. Last time I saw him in a physical setting, he didn't look good physically. It was a UFC fight. I mean, it wasn't really fair. It's not a good place. He's not going to look physically good in a UFC fight.
No.
He got the shit kicked out of him. It is what it is.
He didn't look ripped.
Even on Heels, I saw the latest episode of Heels, and he's in there doing a little match with Stephen Amell, or Jack Spade, if you will, right?
Kayfabe, brother. Kayfabe.
Oh, brother. I like Heels, man. Episode 3 of Heels was really good. I like this show. I hope it continues. It's a good show. I like Heels. Anyways, Punk was on it, and he didn't look like super jacked. He's not supposed to be in that show. But I don't know, man. He did not look good hitting that GTS tonight. He didn't do much. The punches in the corner and then a GTS. The lift for the GTS did not look solid. Did not look steady. And then Darby and Punk go face-to-face. Sting gets on the mic and says he always wanted to share the ring with Punk. He says, mucho respect. It's just a weird thing to say.
He's a weird guy, Steve
It was
Morton.
really weird. Hey, Punk, I've always wanted to share the ring with you. Mucho respect. Mucho? Why you say mucho? It was just
A little
weird.
bit of Joker Sting tonight.
Was it? I don't know what the hell that was. Mucho respect, Punk. Ow! What the hell was that? And then he's like, on Sunday, Darby Allin and Punk, it's going to be showtime. I was like,
And what was it? I love watching you going to sleep? Or doing going to sleep again?
I love to see you doing going to sleep. He doesn't even know the name of Punk's finisher. I love to see you doing the going to sleep. I love to see you in the ring. Mucho respect. It's like, what the fuck, Sting? What's happening, dude? Looked like Joe Biden in there cutting a promo. It was bad. It was rough, you know?
Listen, Jack.
Yeah, listen here, fat. You know, it's just crazy. Skinny fat, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was bizarre. It was a bizarre segment. John, what did you think of Punk? Are you worried at all about Sunday after seeing him tonight?
Well, the GTS wasn't the best, but again, it takes two to tango, so it's also one of the 2.0 guys. Like, maybe he just wasn't set himself, you know, and like how you take it as well. Like, I felt like he kind of maybe tried to shy away from it, or he was trying too hard to make it look good, that it didn't turn out as well as it could have. So I'm not too worried, because Darby Allin, though, smaller guy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot easier for Punk to pick him up. So, and plus, like, I would think in that kind of match, like, Punk should have a lot more advantage in that match, because if you remember Darby Allin matches, for the most part, it's just Darby taking a beating for most of the matches. So,
yeah,
I think Punk will be fine.
Darby's going to have to get some offense in, though, right? It can't be just Darby taking a beating, and then Darby losing. Darby's got to lose to CM Punk on Sunday. He's going to have to get something in there. I don't know if he hits the coffin drop. I doubt it. I doubt it. Are you not worried, though? I mean, past Darby on Sunday, other people that Punk has to pick up for the GTS. Like, can Punk put Jericho up there for it? I mean, I don't know. After tonight, I wonder. I assume so. I think it was just first night type of thing. You know, things go wrong. First night, it happens. But it didn't look great tonight. He didn't look great as far as the physicality of it. The promos have been great, but he got physical tonight, and it looked a little shaky. Harold Schneider dropping a super chat saying, "Mucho thanks. Have a great vacay." Thank you, Harold. We'll be back again tomorrow night for Ringside Report MMA. We'll be back again Friday night after SmackDown for the SmackDown post show. And then we'll also be doing the official AEW All Out preview show. We'll give our picks and all of that. That'll be Friday night. And then I'll be off on vacation. And that'll be, I think, a 2-week break. I think it'll be a full... Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, full 2 weeks. Because I'll be gone for like a couple weeks. So, yeah, it'll be a full 2 weeks. So we'll be on here on Friday night. But then the next time we'll be back on will be the 17th of September. All right? So it'll be... Yeah, well, no. We'll have like a week off, a week and a bit. It won't be fully 2 weeks. It'll be like a week and a half, right?
Yeah.
10 days. Little break. Going to Nova Scotia. We usually like to do a yearly trip to Nova Scotia, but weren't able to go last summer because of COVID and everything. And then we usually go for like, 3
weeks.
3 weeks to a
At
month.
least, yeah.
Out to Nova Scotia, see some family out there. But weren't able to go for a couple of years now. And then the province even of Nova Scotia, like it was a maritime bubble. You weren't allowed to go up until maybe June or July or something. Like, it's recent that you've even been allowed to go. So
I had a friend who lives in New Brunswick, and she couldn't go see family in Nova Scotia for a very long time.
It's crazy. So finally now we're able to go out to the Maritime. So we'll be going to Nova Scotia for a bit, but not as long as we usually go, so we can be back here for the Ringside Report Network. And while I'm gone, there may be some special videos dropping. I may watch All Out and then come on here and do a video the next day to give you my thoughts on All Out. Like, that may happen from vacation, because that's how much we love you here at the Ringside Report Network. All right? That's how it works. So thank you, Harold, for the super chat. You are the super chat leader of the night, my man. What else happened on Dynamite tonight? Eddie Kingston did a promo about Miro, and then he says Miro's neck is his weak point. He's going to go after his neck, and then Miro does a promo too. He says he's going to bring agony because he is the Redeemer. I like this Miro religious guy, God's favorite champion angle. I like it. I like this version of Miro. I think him and Eddie Kingston are going to have a kick-ass match at the pay-per-view. I feel like we don't get enough of Miro. You know, he does like very short backstage promos. I kind of want to see more, but what we see is really good. Maybe less is more with him. I don't know. It works.
Britt Baker cut a promo backstage.
You got no thoughts on Miro?
Miro? I
All
like
right.
Miro.
Forget Miro. Britt Baker. What, you like Britt Baker? They were saying,
pretty
Britt Baker, she's got some news about free agents and signings to AEW. So everybody's like, oh, she's going to talk about Adam Cole. I didn't think that at all. I was like, why would she do that now? That's kind of a weird way to do it. And then she's backstage and she's like, yeah, there's a new signing to AEW. It's me. I signed a new contract and I'm very rich and I'm the champion and I'm the best. DMD. Why you want to talk about that? Who cares? What kind of promo was that?
I'm just saying.
Nothing
A
special.
little tidbit.
Did she say there's gonna be two like mystery people in the women's battle royal there?
Or her goons.
5. Well, no, her goons are gonna be there, but I think there's gonna be other people. Like it's not just Jamie Hayter. So far booked for that match: Jamie Hayter, Rebel, Anna Jay, Riho, Kiera Hogan, Jade Cargill, Emi Sakura, Hikaru Shida, Red Velvet, Penelope Ford, Diamante, Taikanti, Julia Hart, Big Swole, The Bunny, Thunder Rosa, and Nyla Rose. And that's not all. There's still 5 more women to be determined. I think the Iconics are going to be 2 of them. I think they're going to probably debut the Iconics in this match.
That'd be cool.
I hope so. I'd like to see them in AEW. I think they'd be good for the division. Any other thoughts on who might be in that thing, Johnny? They seem to be teasing some new talent for that Battle Royal.
Well, I guess Ruby Riott comes to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People are excited about her. Are you hyped about that, John?
Well, she's all right. You know, it's not like Thunder Rosa like big, but you know, she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's better than most of the women in AEW, so it's a welcome addition.
The winner of that match is going to get a world title shot against Britt Baker.
What about Lana? Could Lana show up?
Could it be Lana? I know John's excited for the return of Lana. CJ.
Well, yeah, she'll come back. Hopefully she doesn't wrestle, though. I think she's just better as a manager for Miro. That's about it.
No, I think she should wrestle. All right. What else happened here? We had Darby Allin video package. I thought that was pretty good. Little promo from Darby talking about how when he was 15, CM Punk was his favorite wrestler. And then Punk left wrestling. And then he started wrestling. And he's mad that he's first on Punk's list because he feels like he should be last. Punk is looking past him. And he says he needs to do the impossible on Sunday, beat CM Punk in Chicago, or die trying. I thought it was a good little promo from Darby.
I liked it.
I like those promos from Darby. Don't put Darby in the ring with a microphone, but let him do those little cinematic kind of pre-tape promos where they're written out and kind of, you know, nicely edited together. Those are good from Darby. And then the matches are good. Like, if you keep him in that kind of role, it's really good. Once in a while, you know, you'd see him kind of in the ring with a mic, and it didn't work. But every time you see those backstage little cinematic mini movies that he does, those are always solid. Those, you know, for the most part, I'd say 90% of them hit. And his matches are really good. I think that's how you position Darby. Never put him in the ring with a microphone because it's just like monotone and weird. You know, it never works out. But this promo tonight worked really well for Darby Allin.
Yeah, the music, the shots of him skateboarding, you get more of a feel of who he is while he's talking, as opposed to just him in the with the microphone.
Yeah, it adds like flavor and personality to it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they could totally just do that exclusively.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone would complain.
that's how you book Darby Allin. You're welcome, Tony Khan. Just do that. Okay, no more in the ring ever. No more. Jim Ross interviewed Chris Jericho in the ring. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think he's already figured that out. That's why he did that promo ahead of time, and you didn't see Darby talk with Sting. You saw Sting just talk. Because they realized Darby talking there would have been a disaster.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's right.
They've figured it out, too.
Mucho respect, John.
Mucho respect to you, John. Yeah, they should really let Sting talk because Sting, you know, It's not like he botched the finishing move of the biggest signee that AEW's ever had. Oh, the going to sleep. I really like that. CM Punk's going to sleep. I got mucho respect for that move. Mucho, pal. Mucho respect.
Oh, Sting.
I'm down. I'm super down with the young kids like CM Punk.
Yeah. I could do the Macarena.
Sting thinks CM Punk is like a young upstart in wrestling. CM Punk is like a 30-year pro.
Compared to him, he is, actually.
Yeah, he is, I know, but like, goddamn, he's like 45 years old. Come on, man. He's been wrestling for like 20 years. Let's get it together. Mucho respect. Mucho respect to you, John. Mucho respect to Jim Ross and Chris Jericho. I felt the emotion here. Jim Ross looked like he was going to cry talking about Chris Jericho retiring. Jericho talked about MJF beating him 3 times and that if he can't, beat MJF, then he doesn't belong in AEW. And that's about it. It was a decent promo from Jericho, Good emotion from JR, though. I was like, is JR okay? Looked like he was choking up. What's going on there? Jericho's not actually retiring, is he?
No, JR was just, trying to live up to the character. That's it.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like, JR's, watched Chris Jericho's entire career, and to do a storyline about him retiring, it's got to, make him look at his own career and his own life.
I guess. But Jericho,
passage of time.
Does he beat MJF here at the pay-per-view? He's got to, right?
Yeah.
It's not over for Chris Jericho. He's got to beat MJF. And he talked about it. He lost to MJF 3 times. Like, what, are you going to lose to him 4 times and call it a career? I don't think so. It was a fine promo, but I don't buy it. I don't quite buy it that Jericho's actually retiring here in this match. MJF did a little backstage promo, too, interviewed by Tony Schiavone. It was okay. And then they did a video package as well about Chris Jericho and stuff. A lot of promo time for the Jericho-MJF match tonight on the show. Video packages, different promos in the ring, backstage. A lot of talking to promote that match. It's fine, I guess. Is that match selling the pay-per-view, though? I feel like CM Punk is selling the pay-per-view. Kenny Omega selling the pay-per-view. I would be shocked and also very sad if Jericho retired. I don't want him to retire right now. I don't think he needs to retire. There's still a lot more to do. If Big Show's going to wrestle going forward, why would Jericho retire?
Sting.
And Sting. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't think Jericho's retiring. I really hope not. I think that would suck. Jericho might take some time away, do some Fozzy touring and stuff. I know he's got a tour coming up, although tours are getting canceled left and right, so who knows? Who knows? WWE was supposed to do a Smackdown on October 1st in New Orleans. Canceled.
Yeah, well, New Orleans is hit hard.
Is that what happened?
Well, the hurricane. Like, apparently there's some parts of New Orleans that are going to be, like, in a lot of trouble for a long time to come.
And hurricanes in New Orleans do not mix. It's just bad. Willie Hobbs beats Brian Cage tonight after a side slam driver thing. Pins him. Ricky Starks hit Cage with the FTW belt while Hook distracted the ref there. Team Taz running wild on Brian Cage. I don't give a shit about this at all. Why is this still happening? I mean, you had no idea who any of these guys were, pretty much.
I thought Brian Cage was still part of Team Taz. I was like, oh, why are they attacking him?
Nobody's paying attention. Nobody cares, John. Why is this happening? Move on.
I don't know. I see a lot of good things from Will Hobbs. I think, not today, but, in the future, he could be a big star, I think, in wrestling.
Not now. I don't see good things in him now, but maybe in the future he could be good because he's big and everything.
No,
he had, like,
there's
Harlem
good
Heat
things from
style
now.
gear tonight. I liked his gear.
I'm just saying he's not going to wrestle Kenny Omega, tomorrow, but,
I hope not.
he's coming up, though. Like, I could definitely see him one day do it, for sure.
Yeah. I just don't care at all about this angle. Like, Brian Cage and Ricky Starks had their match. Now Will Hobbs has to have a match with Brian Cage? How long is Brian Cage going to be feuding with Team Taz? It seems like they took forever to break them up. Now they broke them up, and they won't let them go. And no one cared to begin with. No one gave a shit about Brian Cage and Team Taz. No one cared that he left Team Taz. His babyface turn has been a total dud. Who gives a shit? Why are we still watching this? There's a lot of fucking dead weight in AEW. People like to complain about, oh, they're bringing in too many people and WWE guys, and I mean, shut the fuck up about that. Look who we have to watch instead. Look at this bullshit. Look at the fucking nonsense filler that they just throw on the show. How long has this goddamn Team Taz breakup been going on? And most people that are casual AEW viewers don't even know and don't give a shit. And for those of us that do pay attention every week, we're like, why is this still happening? What's the end game with Brian Cage and Team Taz? They already kicked him out of the group. He already lost the FTW title. He's lost to Ricky Starks. Now he's lost to Will Hobbs. Is the end game he loses to Hook and then he disappears from wrestling? Or loses to Taz? Or wrestles Ricky Starks and beats him down the road? Like, how long is this going to go on for? And really, who cares? Oh my God, Brian Cage has finally defeated Ricky Starks. Oh, have they been feuding? Is that a thing? I hadn't realized. Oh, has Ricky Starks beaten him several times? I don't. No one cares. Yet they spent a lot of TV time on this. A lot. Not good. I feel like, John, you want to defend this, but maybe not. You can't defend it. It's boring TV. It's a boring story, and that no one cares about at all. Not even Taz.
Well, I don't think it's as bad as you say it is. Like, I don't mind seeing two like heavyweights go at it. I thought match-wise, I had no problem with it whatsoever. But I agree. Like, the feud's just kind of dragging.
Boring. It was boring.
Wow.
Another boring Dynamite, as Kenny Omega says. Also, we were doing the new, there's a new Too Sweet. It used to be Too Sweet, but now they have a new one, right? BTE, they've been doing the new handshake. Do you see this one?
Heck no.
Oh, it's good. It's this one here. Boom, boom, boom,
Mwah.
Little kiss at the end, babe.
Yeah,
you like
French
that?
style.
Woo! It's boom.
I wish I never saw that.
Boom. Mwah!
What?
That's the new BT. That's the new Elite. That's what they're doing to each other.
What's your problem, John?
All the guys in the Super Elite, they're all doing that. Kenny and Carl Anderson. If you watch BTE this week, that's their catchphrase. That's their handshake. They forgot about the Too Sweet. It's all about this.
Boom, boom, boom. Mwah! Yeah. What's your problem with that, John? You wish you never saw that. What's wrong with that?
What's the matter, baby?
Like, I mean, I'm sorry. The old Too Sweet, like that's so much better. Like that's a lot of work for like nothing.
It's cooler this way.
John, you've
It's more
just
fun.
never
No, it's
had
not.
friends to have secret handshakes with.
No, he doesn't want to evolve. John doesn't want to change with the times. He can't be doing the old NWO thing forever. You got to change it up. This isn't the Elite. This isn't the Bullet Club. This isn't the NWO. It's the Super Elite. It's a new group, and it's better than anything. It's the best group in professional wrestling.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It is the best goddamn group in professional wrestling today.
The most dominant force in AEW history.
Love it or get out of the way. The Super Elite. Big LG, Doc Gallows. Carl Bacot Anderson.
Baka.
Kenny Omega. Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson. Michael Nakazawa. Brandon Cutler.
Don Callis.
And Don Callis. The Super Elite. What a goddamn group.
It's better than NWO.
Oh, it's much better. It's much better than... It may be the greatest faction of all time.
It's a pretty good faction.
And Johnny's just sitting there hating on it. The whole wrestling world, a bunch of people hating on it.
Main Event Mafia was a
It
kick-ass
is
faction.
the number one group in professional wrestling today. There is no other group that can touch them. Talent-wise, over-wise, promo-wise, handshake-wise, Gimmick-wise, they got the whole wrestling world in the palm of their hands. The Super Elite. Angelo Contagonis dropping a super chat. He says, I agree with you, Johnny. I love the old Too Sweet as well. Well, I disagree with you, Angelo. I love the old Too Sweet. Who doesn't like it? But you got to change it up sometimes, baby.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Come on, Johnny. What's the matter? You need to catch a kiss or something? What's going on?
Well, we started off with sad news, so it kind of puts you in a bad mood right away. So.
Why do you gotta keep doing this Debbie Downer shtick,
man?
brother?
I'm glad you're here. Otherwise, it'd just be me and John, and it'd be like such a bummer. Johnny be trying to bum me out the whole time. Nobody be doing this cool handshake with me. Nobody be doing that shit with me. John wouldn't do it with me. I try to do it with him through the camera. He wouldn't want to do it.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that. It's more fun. Simon Brothers in the house, full effect.
Why do you gotta get in our heads with your bring downs?
Why you gotta bring me down, John?
Sorry, but the harshness of reality is like.
Hey, we live in the harshness of reality too. We just try to make the best of it.
I'm just growling at you now, John.
Yeah.
That's all I have for you left. Just
I'm snarling.
So, all out.
Wait, I want to talk about. Well, it's the big
part of All Out. Is wrestling All
Out? Actually, I really want to talk about. Well, I'm an ass man. Super chat. Yes, I'm an ass man. Ow! Why did Ass Man attack Big Show tonight? Why did Billy Ass?
I have a theory on this.
Oh.
Because Big Show is notorious for doing these quick heel turns on people
For no reason.
For no reason. He hits them with a chair with the WMD. So this was just AEW acknowledging that and being like, oh, see, when Paul White's here, someone turns on him.
It's just a joke?
I think so. And like, well, big
it's gonna
the
be
Gun Club
something.
going heel, but I think that's the main point they're making is they're making a big shield, big shield, Brooke Shields, big show, Brooke Shields turning heel joke.
Suddenly Big Show.
That's right.
Woo!
Oh, part of
I've got a different theory on this one.
Oh,
Because if you watch Dark, you can
Johnny
see like
Theory.
the Gun Club. They've been acting kind of heelish a bit because they wrestle a couple face teams and they'd use underhand tactics to win matches. So this was kind of brewing for a while. This just finally has now come up.
oh.
Okay.
I didn't know that this was a thing that's been bubbling under the surface. The heel turn of the Gun Club. Douglas Hepburn drops a super chat. He says, is this Dark Johnny a work? It is not a work. It's a straight shoot. Johnny's always like this, Doug. Are you new to the show? I know you're not. Come on, man. Johnny's always like this. Johnny's always like...
Very Raven.
He likes to bring it like down to dark
Raven.
times. Yeah, he's very Raven. Johnny's super emo. Johnny's like, Johnny
Raven
makes it
wasn't
sad.
emo.
Yeah,
That
he
was
was.
grunge.
Or what? No, he was emo too. Or whatever. I guess he was grungy. Well, you're like I don't know. You're like Baron Corbin when he's poor. You're just like sad. Sometimes you bring it down. You
I
bring
don't
it
have
down a
any-
notch.
Mustard stains or anything? Like,
No, that's true. You got no mustard stain. But it's not a work. It's a shoot. Johnny is shoot. Captain bring down sometimes. You know what I mean? I salute you, Captain. Mucho respect.
well, again, I hope Daphne's going to be okay. It's just sad news.
Sure.
Yeah. Triple H definitely should have beat Sting at that WrestleMania, John. I'm happy it happened, and I got mucho respect for Sting for taking for doing the job
That's right.
to the game.
And then shaking his hand right afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. On the King of Kings stage, WrestleMania.
Right. Lift my fucking arm up.
Mucho respect for Sting
Oh,
for doing that. I'm just trying to get Johnny amped up. I know Johnny. Every time I bring up the Triple H beat Sting at WrestleMania, Johnny gets really mad at me. Look at him. He's getting.
It's the
mad.
right business move.
It was the right move, John. And Dave predicted it to you before the show. And then it happened. And Dave will never let you live it down.
It was a good match.
It was great. Hulk Hogan was in it.
Kevin Nash took a bump.
No, X-Pac did.
Oh no! Scott Hall
Hogan
took a
did.
back body drop on the outside. He was like gonna give Road Dogg the Razor's Edge, and then
Did
Road
Hall?
Dogg lifted Hall over his back
Did he?
onto the took a back body drop on the outside. Fantastic.
Good God. Last bump he'll ever take.
Yeah, still.
QT Marshall cut an in-ring promo with Nick Camarado, Aaron Solo, and 3 other goons that I'd never seen before. Are they on Dark, John? Have you seen those goons before?
I haven't seen them before. I've never seen them before.
Big Show comes to the ring, takes out all the goons with punches and clotheslines. He chokeslammed a goon. He slapped Aaron Solo. And you didn't know who that guy was. You thought he was just a goon. He's not just a goon. He used to be engaged to be married to Bailey, that guy, Aaron Solo. So, mucho respect to him. The Gun Club come out. They seem to want to back up Big Show and, like, be his friend. But Big Show had already cleared the ring at this point. Usually, when guys make the save, there's, like, still heels in the ring to, you know, get out of the ring and clear the ring of. But there was nobody. There's nobody there. So I'm like, well, is the Gun Club late? Like, what's going on? And it seemed like they were just late until Billy Gunn hit Big Show in the back with a chair, and then he hit him again in the face with a chair, and QT Marshall was like, what's going on here? Didn't seem to know, was not in cahoots with those guys, and then they left, the Gun guys, and then QT and his goons went to pick up the pieces like the vultures they are on Big Show, and QT hit a diamond cutter on Big Show. I expect Big Show to get his revenge on Sunday at the pay-per-view in his first AEW match. But, yeah, that was a whole thing that happened tonight. That was one of the highlights of the show, to be honest.
Yeah, nice seeing Big Show in action.
Listen, I seeing Billy Gunn and Big Show involved in a story together on TV in 2021. I was like, oh, did Billy Gunn just turn on Big Show? Like, why? Why? Is it 2001? What's going on here? You know, it's
They
like,
were a tag team at one point.
it's just weird that it's happening now. It's like, it's just a weird thing.
You remember that, John? Big Show and
I
Billy
do.
Gunn, they're both guys who like didn't have. They're both their gimmicks where they couldn't find a gimmick. Like Big Show was doing his Hogan thing, and I think Billy Gunn was the one Billy Gunn maybe during this time. And then like, I remember a promo like Big Show was like going to Vince, going like, Vince, can you give us a name? And Vince is just like, I don't care what you call yourselves. You call yourselves Double Trouble, and that's what you go. And then Big Show's like Double Trouble, and I think they became Double Trouble.
Oh, my God.
It was really thrown together, but I remember it.
I
That-
don't.
That
Thankfully.
was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, too many makeshift tag teams that, you can't remember them all. Just like a promo that no one will remember because no one gives a shit about Lee Johnson. Malachi Black cut a backstage promo about Lee Johnson tonight, and I was like, why is this happening? Why is anybody doing a promo about Lee Johnson? No one gives a shit about Lee Johnson. Another guy no one cares about. Why did that happen? Are they wrestling on Rampage or something? What's going on? Is Cody going to wrestle
they are.
Malachi Black at the pay-per-view? Does Cody show up or something, or what? Does Malachi work the pay-per-view?
I guess we'll find out Friday because that match is happening. So we'll have to wait and see.
Forget that. I'm going to find out later tonight when I read the spoilers for AEW Rampage, baby, because they're taping it right now. I'm not waiting at all. I'm reading the spoilers. AEW's doing a real cheapo thing. I don't like how they are doing that now. They're taping Rampage on Wednesday nights, so the results are out already.
It's like SmackDown, old school.
Yeah, it's weak. I don't like that. They started Rampage off live show, and I thought it was going to be a live show like every week. It is not. It is not live. I think all month they're taping the shows. Every single show is taped this month. Like, this show tonight is taped in Chicago. Next week's show is going to be taped in Cincinnati after Dynamite. The week after, they're in Newark, New Jersey. Week after that, they're doing their big Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City. and then they end the month on the 29th of September in Rochester, and then the 1st of October will be in Rochester, recorded from Wednesday. I don't like that.
It's probably because it's an hour show.
Yeah, I guess, but like, couldn't you just like do Dynamite and Dark, and then Dark Elevation and Rampage on another taping? Like, that's what they did when they did the live shows, right?
I don't know.
Split them up. Do
It's
something.
pretty expensive.
And you got to set up the stage twice and dismantle it twice.
I mean,
Bring
I
the
get that
talent.
it's... Hey, but Vince is doing it, baby. He's doing live Raw, live SmackDown every single week.
SmackDown's twice as long.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of an incentive, to build to do all that. You're doing a longer show, more commercial time.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want a longer show, though. I'm just saying it sucks that it's not live. Because when Rampage started with CM Punk, it felt like appointment viewing, but now it feels like it's just AEW's B show. And after watching their A show tonight, I'm not really excited about watching their B show. Their A show was not an A+ tonight. It was like, a B. You know what I mean? It was okay. It's fine. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. There was not a single match tonight that blew me away. I like the Super Elite beatdown because I think the Super Elite are pretty cool. Other than that, the show was
Pretty middle of the road.
I mean, it was better than Raw this week, but on an average week, I don't know if it is better than Raw. And this is a show in Chicago the week of their pay-per-view, their go-home show. And it was, fine, but not spectacular. So I'm not excited about watching their taped B show on a Friday night. I'm sorry.
And we'll still be here Friday doing the whole live watch along of the show, regardless.
Yeah, I guess. I'll be talking about SmackDown, and I'll be previewing All Out. And I'll have Rampage on in the background, but nothing's going to happen on Rampage. And if anything does actually happen on Rampage, I'll know about it probably tomorrow morning when I wake up and I read the spoilers of Rampage. Because if I'm on here at 10 o'clock doing a show, I can barely pay attention to the TV show in front of me, so I read the spoilers. And that's just how it's going to work. I won't spoil the show for you when we come on. I won't come on at 10 o'clock and be like, here's what's about to happen on Rampage. I won't do that. I'll pretend like I haven't seen it. I'm not going to pretend, but I won't, reveal results until they happen. But I'm not a fan of taped wrestling shows. Taped B shows. When your A show has Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans and Will Hobbs versus Brian Cage. If that's your A show, I'm not so interested in watching your taped B show. Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about this?
Not much incentive.
Are you going to watch Rampage on Friday?
No, I won't.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
It airs differently on TSN, doesn't it, Rampage?
Yeah.
I don't think it aired at all last week.
That's it. Like,
It's always
football
online.
or something? Yeah, but the app kind of sucks.
yeah, the app sucks big time. The TSN app is terrible. It works on my phone, but it doesn't work on a desktop. Like, I can't even put on my laptop because it doesn't work. Because the TSN app is trash. So I have to watch it on my phone. If I want to watch Rampage live in Canada, I have to watch it on a crappy app on my phone. Then I can't pause or rewind or anything. It's trash.
A lot of hoops.
It's a trash app, and you have to pull, a lot of hoops, man. You got to do a lot of things to watch a taped B show of AEW. If I want to watch SmackDown, I just got to turn on Fox at 8 o'clock. It's very easy, AEW's making it real hard in Canada to watch this Rampage show, and there's no real incentive to tune in. The CM Punk show, yeah, okay, but past that, not really. And they're not on TV in Canada. They are on a tape delay or whatever. Like, it's hard to watch here. It's hard to watch.
I think TSN's got, NFL preseason football, and that's very important.
I know that AEW is supposed to go on TBS, right? Like next year or something. They're supposed to move to TBS. Like all their programming is going to move to TBS. And I'm pretty sure you can pick up... You can't get TNT on Canadian cable, but I think you can get TBS.
I think so.
I think you can. And if you can, I'm going to get TBS so I could skip through all this TSN bullshit and I don't have to rely on this stupid channel to get my AEW in. And then I don't have to worry about, is it on Friday night? Is it on TSN 1 or 2 or 5? Or is there CFL fucking B-League football on instead? You know, I don't have to worry about that shit. I just go to TBS and I watch the show. I'm going to get TBS. As soon as AEW goes to TBS, I'm going to get the TBS channel. And I'll probably cancel
TBS.
I'll probably cancel TSN. Although there's some UFC on there that I guess I need TSN for UFC.
TBS was like one of those stations when you're a kid. It's just like, man, you know, WCW and like Atlanta Braves baseball.
Yeah, it was great.
It was like the most dream stations.
We had TBS for a while.
Yeah.
When we were kids.
You used to have like Seinfeld on for like 3 hours a night.
Yeah, it was good, TBS.
Fantastic.
Super chat.
Billionaire Ted. Shout out. Mucho respect to Billionaire Ted.
Mucho respect, Billionaire Ted. We love you, baby, forever. Is he still alive? He is.
Yeah,
right?
he's still going.
God bless Ted Turner. What a champion. Doug Hepburn dropping a super chat. He says, Angelo, I'm better than you, and you know it. Good God almighty.
Ouch.
I think they should have a match.
Fighting words. And that takes Doug Hepburn to the super chat leader. Oh, Harold Schneider says we don't have TBS. We have Peachtree.
Oh,
what
yeah.
the fuck is Peachtree?
It's like a TBS, but not quite.
Oh!
Like a Canadian knockoff thing, yeah.
But it is a Turner or Time Warner channel.
Was
It's just
Peachtree gonna have AEW?
because Georgia Peaches, you know.
Yeah, I know about the Peaches. I've seen after every like Raw that's ever filmed in fucking Atlanta, they got to show that Georgia Peach
right.
logo at the end.
If you want those tax credits.
It's weird. It's weird that they do that. Every show is like in Georgia, they got to put the little peach.
It's just it's the tax credit thing. I can go in.
Doug Hepburn, I don't want to know about taxes in Georgia. I don't really give a shit. Doug Hepburn is a new super chat leader. I think he's challenging Angelo to a little bit of a battle. But the show is about to wrap, so there's not too much of a battle to be had unless you guys want to battle. I guess we'll give you a couple minutes to battle. I know that was fighting words from Doug Hepburn, so I think Angelo's going to want to fight back on that. Angelo doesn't usually take that kind of shit sitting down. Super chat. And Steve, what did I say?
John, I know it's not
Yes.
AEW related, but do you have any thoughts on Nia Jax?
Angelo says, you know I'm better than you, Doug.
And Charlotte from
dropping
their
a
match?
super chat. And I think Angelo is now the super chat leader. Before you answer
There's
that, John,
thoughts.
I'll check.
You do have thoughts.
We'll check the numbers. Angelo's the new leader. John, you have thoughts on Nia Jax? I like Nia Jax. I don't care that she's sloppy in the ring. She's big, she's mean, and when she hits you, it hurts, and you can hit her real hard. I don't give a shit. I mean, I know she's not Bret Hart, but, you know, there's a lot of wrestlers in the WWE that aren't very polished or good, and they're still on TV, and they're not gigantic like Nia Jax is. I'm not saying she's gigantic. I know it's not nice to say that about a woman, but I'm saying she's gigantic compared to the other women on the roster. You know what I mean? God damn it.
Physically imposing.
Yeah. There you go.
If I'm not mistaken, they actually say her weight, unlike any of the other women.
Really?
You do?
So,
I've never heard
Yeah.
that.
I didn't realize that. I don't know. I like Nia Jax. She gets a lot of shit, but, like, I don't care. I don't care. She's fun to watch. Even the botches are fun. I like her.
well, that was the main event of Raw, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No.
Oh,
Remember
thank
the
goodness.
first hour.
No, the main event of Raw was the AJ and... No. It was Bobby and MVP against Randy and Riddle. It was trash.
Yeah, it was awful.
Trash main event.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was a better wrestling match than that Charlotte and Nia thing. Like,
It was very basic, like a house show main event. Nothing really happened. The tag team titles were on the line. You knew Randy wasn't going to lose. It was just like, come on. MVP was obviously going to take the fall. He's a manager. And then he did. It was stupid.
yeah, but I'll take routine over what happened with Charlotte because that was just like bad.
Was it?
You should never see that kind of stuff. Like, I understand, like, oh, it's kind of cool, it got real, but like it didn't look good. That was the problem about it.
Did
It
it
looked
get
sloppy.
real? Did
I
they
don't-
really slap each other? Was that like were those real slaps them when they're kind of like struggling and like Charlotte like had Nia in like a front face lock and was like sandbagging? Like, was that real or was that just a work shoot?
Whether
They
it's
didn't-
real or not,
It didn't get into a
it
fight.
looks bad.
Yeah, but sometimes when you get a little confused in the ring, you throw a shot here or there to kind of, tighten things up a bit and kind of bring things back together, right? When things get a little confused, you don't know what you're doing, what's a good thing to do? Well, hit somebody, right? Let's hit each other a bit until we figure out where the fuck we are in this match.
Yeah, but when it seemed like it was like kids fighting the playground, kind of like slapping each other back and forth kind of thing. Like that's when it kind of looked like it was pathetic looking. Like when Charlotte looked like she was gonna hit, but she didn't know if she was gonna hit. Kind of, it just looks bad. I don't know if you've seen that episode of South Park when that happens, but that's when people just leave because like it's not good anymore.
I don't know if it's exactly like South Park. I think it would get a little more violent than that. I don't know. They weren't really like. It wasn't like they were slapping each other like back and forth. It was just kind of like one slap and then kind of like grappling and then like another one slap. It wasn't like, you know, they just like said fuck this and like let's just start slapping each other. Like forget all the pretense.
It's not like the match completely devolved. It had a real
the
finish.
ref didn't step in and was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's remember what we're doing here.
They got it back on track. There was a moment of confusion, but they got it back on track. They had the finish, and it was a surprising finish. I thought it was fine.
Definitely surprising finish.
I mean, what do you expect from one of these matches, you know? I don't expect it to be a scientific contest between two great wrestlers. I expect it to be, you know, a little rocky at times, but overall, they're going to hit some big moves, and it's going to be interesting. They're two heavyweights in the women's division. They're two of the biggest women they have. And Nia, you know, things happen with Nia. I just don't like how everybody piles on Nia Jax like she's the worst wrestler in the world. There's a lot of worse wrestlers out there. A lot of really unathletic people talk about how shitty Nia Jax is at wrestling. It's like, come on.
Well, if anything, I was actually going to pile on Charlotte. You keep saying Charlotte's like the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Like, if you're the greatest women's wrestler of all time, that incident doesn't happen. So I kind of question that claim that she's the greatest because
she's the greatest.
She didn't look that great in that clip.
She's the greatest. Doug Hepburn dropping a super chat saying thanks again, Dave, Ben, and Johnny. Doug was a super chat leader, but I think Angelo just took over. Angelo dropping a super chat saying, great show tonight, guys. Too bad we won't see the Simon brothers together for the next week and a half.
I know.
Yeah,
I know how that feels.
It'll be a little bit of a break ski. Won't be on for Raw next week or the week after, but then Johnny and I will be back on the 17th of September. It's really not a long vacation, guys. I know people are bummed out, and I'm bummed out. I have to miss All Out, but there may be a little show dropped here at some point next week after All Out. Maybe it'll be me and my son. My son will be the co-host or something. I don't know. But that'll happen possibly next week. But we'll be off for pretty much all of next week. And then the week after for a bit. You know, won't be on Monday for a couple Mondays. And then a couple Wednesdays and a couple Thursdays. But then only one Friday we're missing. You know, it's only one Friday, guys. It's not like several weeks. It's like a week and a half. It's not that much. It's like 10 days. I don't even know when I'll be back. I might even be back earlier than that. It's possible I'm on the 15th of September after Dynamite, but I wouldn't count on it. I would say probably not back until the 17th of September for the SmackDown post show. And then we'll be back to normal, and then I won't take another break till next summer. If that. Who knows, you know? But I probably won't take another break for a long time because that's life. We don't take tons of vacation. We got to work, baby. And we're putting in work here at the Ringside Report Network. Get it? Get it. We're on the internet doing work. There you go. Angelo, I think, is a super chat leader tonight.
Classic.
Angelo does it again. Classic episode. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you to everybody tuning in. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things. Do all the things. Angelo says he won't miss the super chat. Super chat battles. Angelo, you love the super chat battles, man. You win every single one of them. I think your wallet needs a break, though, brother. Give your wallet a break, and then, you know, when we come back, you'll be all right and ready to win all the battles again. Angelo is the leader. And don't forget, I think we're going to have a party tomorrow night at Orange Julep in the parking lot. So if you're in Montreal and you want to check us out, AJ and Glenn McKenzie have confirmed, well, they said on Sunday for the Jake Paul Woodley thing. They said they would be at the Orange Julep tomorrow night after the Ringside Report MMA. So I am planning to be in the Orange Julep parking lot tomorrow night around 9:30, 10 o'clock with AJ and Glenn and possibly Angelo. Yeah, I think Angelo's going to be there. And maybe even Johnny. Johnny doesn't drink Orange Julep, though,
no.
right? Too much sugar.
I'll be sleeping.
You'll be sleeping? Why?
Come on, John.
Come on, John. It's
Quick
a party.
macho, right?
It's a party. People want to meet you. You're famous.
They
You're
can meet me
semi-famous.
possibly September 24th.
Oh, that's El Contador. That's not you. I don't know who you're talking about. You're not booked.
But I might be in the area. You never know.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I'll be there tomorrow night. Angelo's going to be there. Johnny's not going to be there, even though I would have picked you up.
That's okay. I'll be
Fine.
asleep.
Fine.
But God bless.
God bless, John. All right. Well, we're going to have a little Ringside Report party tomorrow night in the parking lot. I'm going to get a large orange julep, and I'm going to drink that shit. I'm going to hang out with AJ, and AJ's going to, talk for a while. And then eventually I'll be able to go home after AJ tires out, it takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a while. We love AJ. We'll talk to AJ tomorrow night. AJ's the best. AJ is the best.
I bet it when AJ is sleeping, he just he snores, goes, "No, bro, I'm telling you." Just keeps going.
I'm telling you the truth here. AJ is the best, and I will see AJ tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Right? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. So tomorrow night I'll be back, and we'll talk about the UFC. Darren Till is fighting Derek Brunson on Saturday in Vegas. And also, 2 Canadian fighters are going to be fighting on that card. You got the Power Bar, Marc-Andre Barriault, Power Bar in action. And also, a friend of the show, Charles Air Jourdain, will also be in action coming up on Saturday for the UFC. So I want to send out big shout out and good luck to Charles Jourdain and Marc-Andre Barriault fighting on Saturday in the UFC in Vegas. Big shout out to those Montrealers about to kick some major ass on Saturday. Look for both of these guys to win. They're both favored to win, and I believe that they will both win. They are both some super good prospects at 185 and 145. Jourdain and Barriault in action on Saturday. So shout out to those guys. We'll be talking about those guys and everything else in the UFC tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Gotta love Montreal guys kicking ass, and they'll be kicking ass on Saturday night just like we kick ass every single night here on the Ringside Report Network. Doug Hepburn says, Ben, you made Nick laugh out loud. What did he say?
What did I say? I don't know. I say a lot of funny things.
What did he say? I didn't laugh. I wasn't laughing.
Mannerisms, possibly.
Yeah, what's he saying, Doug? What's so funny? Is he doing this? John, do we have something lined up special on Friday? Don't tell us exactly what it is. Don't reveal the thing. But you remember you texted me a couple of days and you were like, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah. Is that happening?
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't hear anything back yet.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'm not going to say that we have a surprise coming this weekend because Johnny North hasn't heard back yet. So maybe not. I want to know what you said that made Nick laugh so hard because I don't remember you saying anything that funny. Oh, AJ impression when he snores.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty good, actually. I don't think AJ sleeps. I think he just talks, and somehow he's like... I think he kind of drifts out of consciousness. I don't know. I don't know what he does. He's superhuman, that guy. All right, I'll talk to AJ and Freddie tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, for everything going on in the UFC and beyond. Thank you, everybody. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all the things, and I'll see you again at 8 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night for Ringside Report MMA. Johnny and I will be back Friday night for some more WWE and AEW talk, 10 p.m. Eastern time, right after SmackDown. We'll preview All Out right here on the Ringside Report Network.